Now that Fantina is the 3rd gym leader rather than the 5th gym leader, you don't have to come back to Hearthome City later. You can fight her right now. In fact, you're supposed to. This gym is wicked. So this guy here, he's going to give you a flashlight, because they also changed the puzzle entirely in here. What you need to do is you need to find the blue tile, and then see the pattern on it, and then go into the red door with that pattern, like right below it. You can kind of see that blue is a circle there, and then there's a circle, a square, and a triangle up on the doors. It's a little fuzzy to see on the camera, because it's pretty dark, but I think you can see it a little easier when you're playing the game. Anyway, all of the trainers in here use a lot of ghost-type Pokemon. Now remember that your normal-type and fighting-type moves will be completely ineffective against these ghost-type Pokemon, unless you happen to use Foresight or something beforehand. So you're going to want to use things that aren't one of those types. Psychic-type attacks work well against Ghastlies, because they're also part poison. Same goes with Haunter. But against other things, if you have like a dark-type attack, that'd work really nice, like Bite or something, or Feint Attack. Now, okay, I see that the circle's there, so I'm going to go in the circle door, and then I get to go through to the next room. This is the bigger room, and there's only 2 rooms in this place. One of them's really big, and the other's the first room that you saw there. The big one's a bit of a pain, though. Alright, School Kid Chance. He's got another Ghastly for us to fight. Let's see. Here's another trainer here. I was just dawdling around. Let's see. What do you got on your team? He's got 3 Pokemon on his team. He's got a level 21 Ghastly. He's got a level 22 Ghastly. And he's got a level 24 Haunter. Now remember, if you're using a normal-type Pokemon, just because its normal-type attacks won't be able to hit your opponent's Ghost-type Pokemon, your opponent's Ghost-type attacks won't be able to hit your normal-type Pokemon. So you can actually use that normal type as, you know, sort of an advantage in a lot of ways. For instance, Staravia here. Staravia is part normal, so that works out good. I'll just use Aerial Ace against a lot of things, since Quick Attack and stuff doesn't work. Alright. So here's a Drifloon, which I think we fought one earlier in the gym and I was just talking or something. But you'll fight Drifloon here. I recommend fighting them just in case you don't happen to see one on Friday, which is the only place you can catch a Drifloon. Now see right there, I think I'm looking for one of the symbols. So I'm just gonna look at each of these until I see the symbol. Yeah, there we go. There's a star. Couldn't see it very well on the camera. Anyway, in here we have Fantina. And since she came to this country, she's been doing stuff, doing contests. She likes to be the gym leader, though. Alright, so here's the fight against Fantina, the 3rd gym leader. Does her little intro, that gigantic dress. Now, she starts with a Duskull, and this thing might really ruin your day if you're not prepared. In fact, it's gonna ruin me right here. I'm gonna start off with a double team just because, you know, sometimes that extra evasion really helps. But unfortunately, Duskull used Will-O-Wisp on me, which is not fun. Remember, when you're burned, your attack stat is half, so that's not good. Particularly since Aquila here uses only physical-based moves, which run off of attack. Now, I don't think I have anything that can heal burn. Oh, I do have one thing that can heal burn. One. So I really do not want to get burned again, because that would not be very fun. Because then I don't have anything that can heal that. So I'm just going to hope and get lucky that the evasion will pull through. Let's give it an Aerial Ace. Ugh, and unfortunately the evasion did not, so now I don't know what to do. I'm burned. I don't have anything that can heal. If you're going into this fight, make sure you get some full heals or burn heals before going in. Because it's really annoying. Really annoying. Duskull also uses that Future Sight, which sometimes you'll forget about and it hits you and you're like, oh, what just happened? Oh yeah, future sight. That's just great. So make sure to always keep your hit points up. Otherwise that'll sneak up on you. Oh yeah, she likes to use super potions. Well, I think only one, but still. Probably best that it's on Duskull, because her other two Pokemon are pretty strong. Duskull's more just annoying. Okay, now I'm trying to figure out what to do here, because there's quite a few options. I don't know if Aquila is really going to be able to take this Duskull on her own, but maybe. So I'm debating right now as to whether I want to heal Aquila or just switch to Marriland and get it over with. So I think I'll switch to Marriland and hope I don't get burned, because that would not be very fun at all. Fortunately for me, Duskull's using Future Sight here rather than Will-O-Wisp. And really fortunate for me, my Quick Claw activated, so I get to go first. Now because I get to go first, I'm going to use Bite, and that took that thing out in one hit, because Bite's a Dark-type move. So now Fantina's going to use her Mismagius, and that is... it's really tough. It's level 26, and it has really high special attack. Now, fortunately for me, my Pokemon are at like level 33, so they're pretty strong, so it didn't do a lot of damage. But if you're at a lower level because you're using a lot of Pokemon, it will hit for a lot. You gotta be very careful. Okay, now I take that Future Sight attack. So she's gonna send out the last Pokemon on her team now, her Haunter. It's only level 24. Oh heavens, what is this? Is this my final Pokemon? But it's still pretty annoying too. It can use Confuse Ray, which, again, is annoying. She likes to use annoying tactics, I tell ya, but maybe I'll get lucky here and hit. Oh yay, I did, so that's good. Just gotta be very careful if you're confused, because that Haunter can hit surprisingly hard. Okay, so that is Fantina. You were so fantastically strong. So fantastically strong. I am dumbfounded. So very, very strong. So you get the Relic badge from Fantina, and then you can use Defog outside of battle. She'll also give you TM65, which contains Shadow Claw, which she might have used in the fight. Although if she used it in the fight, it probably wasn't that big of a deal, because her Pokemon didn't really have that high of attack in comparison to their special attack stat. So as you're leaving east of Hearthome, you're going to run into Barry again. He's not going to bump into you, but he is going to battle you and try out that ultimate tactic he was talking about. So open up with the Berry Dance. He's got a total of 4 Pokemon on his team now. A Staravia at level 25, which is right on par with the gym he just came out of, so be careful. He's probably stronger than you might have thought. Now I taught Aquila Return here just because it's really nice and I've got enough happiness to make good use of it. It's going to be doing a good amount of damage. I got rid of Quick Attack, by the way, just because... Oh yeah, I'll show you something wicked too! Oh yeah? I got rid of Quick Attack because Aquila's quicker than like everything else anyway. So Aerial Ace is nice for getting past that double team in your Face Berry. So he's got a Weasel. Now if he started with a if you started with a Chimchar, he will not have Weasel, because his team will consist of a Fire type, a Water type, and a Grass type. He'll have Ponyta, Weasel, and Roselia, but he'll replace one of those with the starter of that type. So he'll only have 2 of those. Yeah, you know what I mean. You probably know what I mean. Depending on what Pokemon you started with and what Pokemon he has, he'll use different Pokemon. Like always. So, for me, since I started with Turtwig, he's got him on Inferno right now, level 27. So that's even stronger than that Mismagius you just fought in the Hearthome City gym. So be very careful. It's pretty strong, too. See, it did a lot. Now, granted, it wasn't hit by Intimidate, but still. Thankfully, Flying-type moves are super effective against it. So Aquila did a pretty good job here. Okay, Last up on Barry's roster, he has a Roselia. Now again, he'll have a Ponyta if he started with one of the other two starters, but since he has a fire type already, he did not use Ponyta against me. Now thankfully I took that Roselia out without too much problems. Wing Attack's just so good against his team. What just happened? You're telling me I lost? Yep, that's what I'm telling you. Wah! Goes to show my surefire winning strategy didn't work. Make sure all your attacks hit, etc. I thought it was a wicked strategy, but it doesn't work worth beans! Yeah, it didn't work worth beans. Nice try. Alright, so now you gotta follow him on over to Salacion Town, but I think I'm gonna heal and stuff first. I got other things to do.